Oh, this is what I bought. 1990 300 ZX NA auto. Rough shape, but for 5 grand, not terrible. Runs, drives, stops, works just fine. Needs paint. Needs a little bit of mechanical work. There's some lines that need to be replaced, but overall it's pretty solid. But you know, one of my dream cars, so it was a pretty decent deal. Smells fucking fantastic. Beautiful. Got oil pressure. Still a little chilly. It snowed yesterday, so I wanted to let it run for a minute. But solid as can be. For a fucking used car from 1990, I think the engine bay is pretty clean. But yeah, so that vacuum line I was talking about earlier, this little one, basically it connects right to here, and all it really does is it's for a PR/VR solenoid, which helps change the fuel mixture for cold startups, hot startups, just to make it start easier, really, to be easier on the starter and the battery. But you know, it's here. Also was thinking of doing an oil change, but my dumbass forgot to order everything from Princess Auto at the same fucking time. So I ordered the jerry can and a few other things, and wire brush heads that I must add are the wrong ones for my fucking tools. So gonna have to whore out more money to those fuckers. Right, so my first day of working on this car, right? Oops. Basically, first thing I noticed was this. I was like, oh, that's not good. That looks like shit. So I go to look and take out everything in the trunk, as you see. And I start to look at how to take the quarter panel off. And then I start to look under here. And I notice. Then I notice bondo here. I'm like, oh, that doesn't look good at all. And then you know, start reaching, and you'll see when I pull the bumper off in a second here. So upon further inspection, I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty, like, it's really flaky, but I think it's just localized to the wheel wells. For the most part, it only goes up to about right here, and then it's just right on the rim all the way up to right here. So it's not bad on this side. You know, this is all, well, this part isn't surface, but everywhere else is surface. This ain't surface, obviously, but it doesn't go through the wheel well, which is good. Well, it does, but not all the way through. So, you know, just some patchwork, some replacement of a lot of shit. Gotta replace this, and a few bolts that I snapped along the way, but this side is a lot better in terms of rust. It's really only at the top and in there. It doesn't hardly goes up into the wheel well, which is good. So that's that. giant chunk of bondo.
Hey!
Oh my god. Okay, the butchering has begun. So as you can see, I've uncovered all the exterior rust on the rockers at least. I cut most of this out, but I forgot that it's kind of riveted together under here. So I have to take the wheel off first. But in the middle and at the front, maybe not at the front, I'm not sure, but right here at least, I know it's not really connected to much. So, oh, give you a peek in there. Oh, that's nasty. Alright, well, yeah. So I'm barely putting any pressure on this. This is my, my pinky. It just bends right out. So that's, oh dear. Wow, that's bad. Yeah, so you don't really get the gravity of it until you actually open the fucking shit up. Because this is a unibody car, so a lot of the panels and such don't come off. But it's full of pleasant surprises like this. Like I wouldn't have discovered any of this rust if I didn't spot one little bit on the tailgate top seal, or not tailgate trunk, I guess. But oh my god, this is terrible. Gotta be careful. I forgot my gloves, so I gotta be careful not to fucking cut myself. But yeah, man, this is terrible. At least this isn't rusted too much. Well, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? That was a big one. Fuck this car. So I know I just forget to record on my GoPro, and this is a very intermittent update thing, but in case I didn't show it already, so whoever decided to do this shitty like bondo job and body repairs on this also decided to spray a metric fuck ton of foam in here, which is at the rear wheel well, right where the rocker is. So the rocker pretty much ends on this line and then goes down with the door line. So that's easy enough to replace. But I'm just concerned at why the fuck you thought spraying this much foam, and then there's still more foam in there, was gonna solve your problems. I don't understand. I'm not a perfectionist, but I don't know how you can just sit there, spray that, and be like, yep, this was a good job. It doesn't even look good. Like, this was right here. And basically, it wasn't shaped like this. I just pulled it out like this, because the underside of here is all completely rusted. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop like along and then up with the door line. Just because I don't want to deal with chopping up here and then having to bend this little bit and follow the bend. I'd rather just go here and tack it right here, because I'm lazy. But it'll look good at least, and be structural, and be good. And I have metal shards in my thumb, and if I cut the foam, it'll catch on fire. And this is just a shit show, and I love it, and I also hate it.